Today I went to the thrift store and boy, I found a whole bunch of VHS tapes. A lot of them still sealed. And we're gonna go through them today, and I got a couple of other things. So this is a slow-paced video, and it's just something that you can watch. I'm not gonna really edit these videos. I'm just gonna record and then I'm gonna upload them. You know, it's just something you can play in the background, and if you enjoy this kind of thing, then you'll enjoy it. And we get to go through these cool movies. I love movies. I love collecting movies. I love VHS tapes specifically. That's like probably my favorite format. I like DVDs too and Blu-rays, but I like to go for the VHS tapes because it just reminds me of being a kid and watching a movie. So we're going to go through these. I got some really cool ones, including the Titanic and 007. So we're going to go through them today. I don't know what this movie is, Babbitt's Feast, and I've never seen it. But it was in good condition, so I decided to pick it up. And I'll watch it. And it's probably a good movie. So this one was sealed, that's why I got it, and it was in good condition. The Italian Job. I don't think I've seen this movie. Maybe. But it's got Matt Damon. I like to pick up VHS tapes. They may not be, you know, very sought after, but if they're in good condition, I'll pick them up because it's hard to find ones that are in good condition. Now, I really honestly think that someone just died because there was a lot of religious videos next to all these VHS tapes, and I hadn't seen these VHSs in this Goodwill before. So I think someone just brought someone's dead stuff. Probably it looked like a religious person, and they also had movies because there was a lot of Jesus tapes and old TBN tapes, but then there were a lot of good movies. I've not seen this movie, but my dad said it was good, so I picked it up, and it's still sealed. I don't know if these have been re-saran wrapped or not. I can't really tell. But if they're in good condition, they're probably new. There was also a lot of concerts in this batch of VHS tapes. And I like rare and obscure media. So a lot of these concerts, they get lost to time. And I like to keep these kind of things. So I'll probably put that in and give it a try and see what it's like. This is a great movie, Rio Lobo. It was in good condition. I always like John Wayne movies. Everyone likes John Wayne movies. I think this is it. It doesn't say it, but it has the same name here as here. So this is probably the matching movie, and I'm going to put it in my VCR, but if so, that's great. I don't know. Maybe it's some home videos, weird stuff. Rob Roy. This has Liam Neeson, one of his earlier films. And you can see the tape here. All these are in pretty good condition. This one's got a little scuff marks and stuff, but I'll just add it to my personal collection. I won't resell it. But some of these look brand new. Like this, never heard of this movie. I don't know what it is. It's got John Goodman in it. I don't know who that is. But, you know, they're in good condition. And we'll get to some of the better movies. The War Between Men and Women. I have not seen this. And I don't know what it's about, but it was in good condition. It's a little dusty on the inside. Well, I should have checked because it's actually Jack Frost. But I like Jack Frost. It'll just be in my personal collection. I don't have a box for it. Now, this is one that I was excited to see. Wyatt Earp. This is a two-tape set, and I like these. I like to buy box sets of stuff because to me, I don't find them that much. At least where I live, I don't find too many box sets. So I like to pick them up. And this is a good classic movie. It's got both tapes in here. And it's in pretty good condition. Now, some of these I haven't shown you. I'm going to get to the pile. But some of these look brand new. They look absolutely, completely brand new. And I see this all the time. I just picked it up. I figured I'd get myself a copy. I'm pretty sure this is brand new, but I see it everywhere. Every time I go somewhere, I just wanted to add it to my collection. Stanley and Iris. Now, this has Robert De Niro and Jane Fonda. That's why I picked it up, because obviously they're A-list actors. It looks almost unused, really. This is in really good condition. This was not sealed, so obviously it is used. But there you go. Stanley and Iris. I've not seen this movie, but I will watch it. I'm going to watch all of these movies. One thing is I try not to, well, I limit myself. You know, Heated Rivalries came on and I got HBO Max back, and then Stranger Things came out, so I got Netflix back. But I like to buy my physical media and watch it instead of paying for all these subscription services, which are useless. And I watch YouTube mainly anyways. I will pay for YouTube Premium because I love YouTube Music. But I can watch all of these movies. And this is Andre. He is a world-known violinist and I forgot what you call him. Orchestrator? I don't know what the name of the person that's in charge of the orchestra, but I figured that this would be good to just watch and see what's there, because his music is great. Now we're going to get into some of the better movies. For the Love of the Game. Now this is it's a baseball movie, and I don't know if this is this a sequel to the Fields movie? I don't think so. I've never seen this movie, so, but it was wrapped up. I don't think it's ever been opened. I think this is a brand new cassette. And I don't know if I want to open these or not. I don't know if I want to keep them in my collection or resell them. I keep personal stuff in my collection that's useless. Like, you know, it's not going to sell well, so I don't know. And my collection is small. You know, I just started doing this. This is a hobby that I'm into a lot of things, guys. You know, I love old technology. My dad is a ham radio operator. He is an engineer, an electronic engineer. He can read schematics. He rebuilds radios from schematics, tube radios. I've grown up with pinball machines. We used to have a barn in the backyard when I lived out in the country. We had a KISS pinball machine and an Evel Knievel pinball machine. Those are probably worth, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars now. And we just had them in the barn. My dad fixed them up. All sorts of equipment, radio. My dad worked in telephony and radios for 50 years, and he's also a professional photographer. He has hundreds of cameras, film and digital, and that's where I learned and got interested in all this stuff. So as I'm aging, I'm 34 now, will be 34, I'm kind of wanting to relive my childhood, start my collections, because I never really got to start any kind of collection as a kid. I wasn't allowed to play Pokemon, and my cards got given away. And that's stupid. I did collect Coca-Cola things, and it all got thrown out because we had black mold in our house and I couldn't take anything. So all of my toys, everything got thrown away, and I got brand new stuff when I was 10. So I'm trying to rebuild my childhood collection of game systems and movies. And so I love VHS tapes. This would be a good movie to watch. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Comedies, mystery, action, musical. Okay, It's a Wonderful Life. This is brand new, never been opened. I love this movie. My dad loves old movies. Everything he watches is in black and white. And I grew up watching Turner Classic Movies with him. So this is one of my favorite movies, It's a Wonderful Life. And I can't believe that I found it brand new, VHS, never opened. And I'm probably going to give this to my dad because he loves these movies. Another new, never opened movie. You know, I really hit the jackpot today, and I did not pay $1.49. I paid 50 cents a piece for all of these because they had a sale. So I've never seen this movie, and I don't know what it's about, but it was brand new in box, and I wanted to buy it for my collection. Now we're going to get into some of the good finds. I have not, maybe you guys are, maybe it's different for you, but I have not seen The Passion of the Christ in VHS form. I didn't even know it was in VHS. And this is in mint condition. This is almost perfect, not quite. There's a little scuff marks and stuff on the box, but, you know, for not being sealed, this is in very good condition. And this is a very, very, very good movie, very popular movie when it came out. Still is. And I did not know that this was in VHS, so I grabbed it. I was like, oh my God. Literally. Good Will Hunting, one of my favorite movies. I just grabbed this because, you know, it's Robin Williams. I love this movie. It's beat up, but it's, again, this is for my personal collection, and I don't care if they're beat up. It needs to be rewound, but one of my favorite movies, and I love Robin Williams so much. Okay, brand new, never opened, The World Is Not Enough, 007. This movie was my childhood. I watched this so many times. I cannot believe HEB VHS. So this was actually sold at HEB. I'm from Texas, so if you not from Texas, you may not be familiar with HEB, but it was a grocery store. It is a grocery store, the biggest one in Texas and the best one in the United States. And this was HEB either sold videos. I know some of them had video rental services, or they sold tapes and stuff. So this is an original, and it's never been opened, ever. Still in the cellophane. Little tear right there, but that's okay. Brand new VHS 007, The World Is Not Enough. This is probably my favorite James Bond movie, especially as a 90s kid. Peter Cottontail, Family Home Entertainment. I just got this because I used to watch this as a kid, and you know, these are nostalgia for me. It's kind of just, you know, it's nostalgia for me, and you know, maybe these will be popular again one day, but I wanted to have this for me. Reminds me of my childhood. I got this because it was a box set. I'm not completely sure what it is, but it's Charlie Chaplin, you know, one of the greatest actors of all time, and one of the originals. And I guess it's, you know, his films in cassette box. So that was really cool. I got that one. Another one of my favorite movies is 16 Candles. This was in great condition. Man, there's so many good movies in VHS there. I love VHS. I don't know how many of you love VHS tapes, but I love them. They are my favorite media format ever to watch. I love them. It's just something about them. And, you know, stupid me, I had a 32-inch Sony Trinitron from about 2000. It was a silver TV, and I gave it away about 15 years ago. It weighed over 200 pounds. Flat screen, tube television, Sony Trinitron color, perfect. Would have been perfect for this. I still have my VCR, but I don't have a CRT now, and now that TV is like $800. Okay, and I gave it away to somebody 15 years ago. So I am looking for something like that. Someone I know has a 92 Sony Trinitron, 30, I think it's 32 inches. And it's the round screen. I don't think it's flat. It's the rounded edges. But they have the whole entertainment system, the whole Sony entertainment system, the stand, the sound system, everything, all the VHS players and sound system and everything. And it's just sitting there. It's been sitting in a corner in her house for 20 years. I'm trying to get her to give it to me, or let me come pick it up and buy it from her, because I really, really want it for my living room. I want a place. I do have a projector in my living room, and I do plug these things into my projector, and it's nice to have a, you know, it's 4:3. It has aspect ratio for VHS tapes and stuff. But I do want a television, and I really, really, really want a white Sony Trinitron television, 9 inches, for the kitchen, because my grandma had one, and I just remember every day that I went over there, she lived on the beach in a beach house, and I just smelled the salt water. Her house is still there, by the way. I kind of want to buy it on South Padre Island, but I would sit there eating my breakfast while my grandpa was cooking, and I would just watch cartoons on that TV, and I love that so much. So this is 16 Candles. Sorry, I have ADD, so we're going to get off track a little bit here. I have not heard of this movie. I have not seen... I made a video, and this is Julia Roberts, and I said it was someone else in my thrift store video. I have not seen this movie, but I do like Julia Roberts, and this is in great condition. It's in great condition. So I picked it up. Bull Durham. Don't know what this is, but it's got Kevin Costner. Oh my. Wow. Kevin's all tied up here. Maybe I will watch this video. And it's kind of sticky. No wonder. Wonder what someone was doing with that. Old MacDonald's Farm. I have never seen this. I picked it up because it kind of looks like obscure media. And, you know, I just wanted to get it. I think it's something that someone's Christian mom probably bought, you know, 40 years ago, 20 years ago. Well, 34 years, 35 years ago. No, 36. Oh my God. 36 years ago, 1990. And I just wanted to see what was on it. You know, it's very generic looking. Old McDonald's Farm. So, never heard of that, never seen it. Of course, I know the original. Okay, we're getting into the good movies. Grumpy Old Man. I love this movie. This is in great condition. This was 1994. This VHS tape was released in 1994. And it's in great condition. I love this movie. Grumpy Old Man. So I picked this up. Again, all of these were 50 cents. So, one of my favorite movies. I'm kind of sad that the box is a little not perfect, but A Christmas Carol. One of my favorite movies. I wish it was a black and white version though, but that's okay. Always a classic, and I just had to get it. I'll probably get these old movies to my dad because he loves them. Okay, so I have these cassettes here, and it's the Titanic. Now, let me tell you what happened. I don't know what version of the Titanic this is. You know, when this one came out. This is 1998. I don't know if this is an original or not, or like a re-release or something. I'm not sure. They're not perfect condition. I know perfect condition Titanics go for a lot of money. But I saw the Titanic and I was looking for the box and I was like, oh my God, I want this movie. And I looked for like 20 minutes and I could not find cassette number 2. So I was like, well, you know what? Maybe I'll find it somewhere else. Probably won't, but I'll just check. You know, I'll do it and maybe I will. So I got this at one thrift store. And then I went to another thrift store 20 minutes later, 30. And I'm like, oh my God, the Titanic. And guess what? It's cassette 2. So I did find it on the same day. So that made me happy. Miss Maria La Lozada. And there's your address. Boston, Massachusetts. Merry Christmas. Okay. I like to pick up National Geographic videos. I'm sure they're junk and, you know, there's a bunch out there. But this one is sealed in box. I love these videos. I have all the magazines. And, you know, I just love photography. I love nature stuff like this. This is great. And it can, I don't know if this is obscure media, but it might become obscure media. So I picked it up. This is the only one they had, or I would have got them all. Saving Grace, once again, sealed in box. It is ripped here. Someone ripped the cellophane, but never opened, never used, sealed. I love getting VHS tapes that have never been used. And I'm probably going to keep them sealed. Classic movie, Apollo 13. Who has not seen this movie? This is not in good condition. The box is not, but the tape is, and it's a great movie. And for 50 cents, I was not going to pass this up. Any kind of blockbuster movie, even if I have repeats of them, I'll get them because eventually I might sell some of these. And somebody might want them, and I want to build a library where people can be like, hey, do you have this movie? I'm like, yep, I do. Another Kevin Costner movie, Tin Cup. I guess it's about golf. I don't know. Never heard of this movie, never seen it. I have a bad memory, and this is probably before I was old enough to remember when it came out because I was born in 1992. But once again, Warner Brothers, really good condition on this box, and I wanted to pick it up. Okay, I'm almost done with the movies, and we're going to get to a couple of other things. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Priority Mail, United States Postal Service. I got to look up what this is from. Like, I don't know if they shipped it in this box like this or if they had a thing where they worked with them. I don't know. But the Rudolph and Frosty and Friends sing-along. This is a classic. This is a classic. I think everyone has seen this, and I picked it up. I don't think this is the original. I think this is the cartoon version. It's a sing-along. And then this thing here. This was my prize of the day. I have never heard of Dorothy L. Sayers. I don't know what her mysteries are, but it's BBC, so it's probably good. And it's a box set of VHS tapes. And I do not pass up box sets of VHS tapes. I just don't, especially a series like something that I've never seen before. And I'm actually going to watch these because they're open. And this was released in 2002. The program is from 1987, apparently. But this was their 2002 release. That's what it says in the box. And I'm just so interested in because, you know, everyone has, like, well, streaming sucks, honestly, but you can watch series online, but, you know, everyone has DVD sets, but I remember when box sets were a thing, and I like box sets. That's one of the things that I collect, and I really don't get rid of them. So I'm going to watch this, and if you know what this is, tell me. I've never seen it. Is it good? Is it interesting? Maybe. Okay, one thing I like to pick up are these seasons. Even if they're not complete, like if 1 or 2 or 5 or whatever are missing, I'll pick up the season box because people like these. People like to buy these. And also, I like to keep a copy of everything that I buy for myself, for my collection. And then if I have extras, I sell them. And these are extras, and I like to pick them up because there's just something about not having to pay a streaming service, not having to pay a cable bill, and you can watch an entire freaking series on DVD instead of having to stream and pay a lot of money. I paid 50 cents for this season, okay? 50 cents for it. And this is season 3, and there's disc 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 5. Hopefully the discs are in here because I didn't check. Yes. I don't even think this was watched much. Probably watched once. Open this one up. I don't know when this was re-released. These are kind of, hopefully, you know, a lot of these newer releases. Let me see the date on this. 2006. So this is probably okay. They didn't start really cheaping out on the DVD stuff until the late 2000s. Like really cheapo, crappy DVDs. And so this may not have DVD rot, but a lot of the newer ones, they've got DVD rot because they just use cheap discs. But yeah, that's all of Stargate Season 3. If you want this, let me know. I'll sell it to you. And if there's anything you want here, I'll sell it to you. Not for 50 cents, but I'll sell it to you. Okay, next season. CSI. Everyone loves CSI. So many seasons of CSI. This is the complete 6th season. So this was probably expensive when someone bought it, and this is a high quality hard plastic in here. So this is a complete season, and if you want it, let me know. But I love having these because you can just watch these series, you know. You don't have to pay for cable. I hate paying for cable. I hate paying for internet. I hate paying for anything, but I need the internet. But this is great. And then I looked down and I saw this one. And this is the 5th season. So once again, these are high quality. These aren't crap. These are original. They're not like reprints later down the road, I don't think. And they're all in great condition, you know. So here's a whole show I can watch. And not have to pay for it. Pay 50 cents. All of them are 50 cents today. It doesn't matter what the price on the box is. They were all 50 cents. So you can't beat that. And then just some movies that I picked up that I love. That when I see them, I always pick them up and have extra copies. Because I just love these movies. And, you know, I give them away to friends. And I give them to family. And I give them to people. Field of Dreams. I'm actually watching this right now. It's in the DVD player. So the main feature is in the DVD player. And then there's a special feature anniversary edition disc in this. And it still has the insert. I was watching this and there's a little bit of DVD rot on this one, but that's okay. It skipped a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. Sandlot. I love this movie. Sorry, not Sandlot. Stand By Me. Great movie, classic movie. Something, you know, to have on hand. Let's check the back of the disc out. It's almost perfect. There's no scratches. Hardly any dust. Hopefully it's not rotting. And just a great movie to have. You know, I love having movies because you can just go, you know, your friends come over, whatever, you're alone. You can just go pick a movie. You don't have to go buy a movie or stream a movie and pay so much money. That's, you know, I was paying over $100 a month for every streaming service because I wanted to watch something on Apple TV. I wanted to watch something on Hulu. I wanted to watch something on HBO Max. I wanted to watch something on Disney Plus, on Netflix. I was paying over $100 for no commercials because I hate commercials when I'm binge watching stuff. So I decided, you know, this is better. And so it's better just to have your movies. Now, this movie is special to me because my dad and I have watched this movie every Christmas and Thanksgiving Day all day long, for as long as I can remember. And I digitally bought it for him on Amazon. And I also bought him a DVD like this years ago, a newer version. But this one is the 4:3 aspect ratio, and it has not been remastered. So this is straight from the film, and you can still see all the little imperfections and dust and everything in the film when they transferred this. So I just watched it today, and there's no DVD route on that. Another favorite movie of mine, Julie and Julia. I love cooking movies. Hopefully it's in here. This one is a little dirty, so I'm going to have to clean it out. And it looks like there's... Oh, yeah, I definitely need to throw this away or put it... gross. There's cockroach eggs in here. So I'm definitely going to... That's the thing, you know, you never know what you're bringing in your home. So I always like to open stuff. Definitely going to keep that one outside until I can clean it out. This one doesn't have any cockroaches, and I love Juno. I have never had a cockroach in my apartment. This one is not in so great shape, but it's all right. They were $1. The DVDs were $1. Dirty Dancing, classic film. Just needs to be clean, not too bad. For $1, you can't beat it. Love that movie. My Big Fat Greek Wedding. It's in there. HBO video. It's got the insert. No cockroach eggs. 2002. This is a good DVD. I hope it's not rotting. Harrison Ford. I like to pick up his movies. Presumed Innocence. I checked this one out in the store, so it's got 2 sides to it. Side A and B. No roaches. Little Miss Sunshine. One of my favorite movies ever. I could watch this over and over. It's in pretty good condition. There's a side, a full screen side, and I think a 4:3 side. I'm not sure. But it still has the insert in it. And again, no cockroaches. I need to get some Blu-rays. I get the DVDs, but I have a Blu-ray player. Pursuit of Happiness, another film of mine that I really enjoy. I could watch over and over. And the last movie of all is Avatar. Good condition, no roaches. Still has a coupon code. Register your movie. Join the Avatar program. Go ahead and register that code if you want. Proof of purchase, $25 Avatar Panasonic rebate offer. I wonder if they'll still honor that. Someone, you can clip that and try to use it. Okay. On to the electronics that I got. I actually went to the thrift store today looking for a weather radio, emergency alert radio, because I love them. But I got a radio-controlled clock, which is great. I don't know if this is an atomic clock or not, but it's got the indoor temperature, outdoor temperature, month, date, and I guess there's a sensor that probably goes to this for the outdoor temperature, so it's probably not going to work, the outdoor one, or unless it's radio controlled, but I don't know how, I don't know how they would do that. Maybe it's radio controlled for the outdoor temperature, don't know. And it just needs 3 batteries. These are usually missing the back, but I paid $1.50 for it. I did not pay $3.49, and I wanted one of these. They're like $40 on the internet, so I got one. Now, I love to get these Sony Dream Machines. I just love them. And this one was in good condition. It works well. I plugged it in and I tested it. It gets a good signal. These radios have an actual tuner inside of them. A lot of new radios are cheap, and when you turn the knob, it's just digitally switching it to the next station. This one does not do that. On this one, you can actually hear all the static in between the stations, and that's why I like to get these little clock radios. This one is not quite as old as I like. but it does have a red screen. And there is another one that's more vintage than this, probably about 10 years older, that I did get, but I left it at my dad's house because he's gonna fix it, because the volume knob on that one doesn't work. You can barely hear anything. So when you turn it, so he said that he just needs to clean the contacts with some contact cleaner, and it'll probably fix it because he's had that problem before. And then I got a book. I like these kind of books. Household Hints and Handy Tips. You know, you never know if the world's going to end or when. And so I like to have these. I put all my books in the freezer, and I am going to freeze this book that I buy at the thrift store. But it's just things that you need to know around the house. And I'm a man, so I need to know how to fix stuff. All sorts of tips for cleaning and fixing things. And I think this is useful. Like, I'll sit down and just read this book. I love reading. And I love reading things when I'm learning. So this teaches you everything you need to know to fix and break things in your house. And then, last but not least, okay, so I ended up, this says $25. I ended up paying about $15 for it. But this is a Samsung Blu-ray disc player. It is a smart Blu-ray player. The smart part probably doesn't work anymore, but there is a LAN port here for Ethernet. It's got digital optical audio out. It's got component out. It's got AV out. And I don't know what the USB is used for, but this is a newer one. Newer, older, probably around 2010, I would say. 2011, because my parents have a similar one at their house. And the face folds down on this one. It works perfectly. I've been using it. I don't have the remote, but they're cheap to get. And this is going to be my main Blu-ray DVD player because it's got HDMI and it automatically switches the aspect ratio for you. And so, yeah, that's what I got today. And, you know, if you like these videos and you like just hearing me talk about what I find, you know, I make a lot of videos on a lot of different things. If you've watched some of my other videos, this channel is new, and this was kind of an idea. It's been brewing. I've done YouTube before. I used to do it 20 years ago. That is a crazy thing to say. I was actually a YouTube partner at one point, but I just quit like an idiot, and I shouldn't have. So I didn't go anywhere. But I used to DM all the creators, and we had planned to work together, and then I quit. Everyone that's super famous now, I talked to them at one point, and now they're famous and I'm not, but that's okay. There was just a different plan for my life. Anyway, I have been doing media for a long time. This is simple media. This is point and shoot media, but I know how to do, I'm fully versed in Adobe Creative Cloud, DaVinci. I'm a filmmaker. I'm a documentary filmmaker. I'm a photographer. I know everything cameras. I love everything cameras, everything film. I don't have a very good memory, so a lot of these movies I don't remember, or I don't remember the names of the people or maybe the name of the movie, but I do love movies. After COVID, my brain got jumbled up really bad, so my memory's shit. But I love old stuff. I love everything old. Telephones, electronics, anything. You know, I grew up in a household where my dad, I was 5 years old, he put a Southwestern Bell phone booth in my room for me because he worked at a telephone company and they were throwing it away. My dad worked at a telephone company. I grew up in central offices. My dad would have to be on call and go to work at 2 a.m. to fix something in the central office. And I grew up sleeping on a floor in a sleeping bag in a central office when my dad had to take me. I don't know why my mom didn't watch me, why he didn't just leave me there. Maybe it was when she was on trips for work or whatever. But anyway, I grew up in a central office, in an ISP and a telephone switching office. They still had telephone switches when I was a kid. And then they finally got rid of them in the 90s and they upgraded the network here. And they put in Telephone History Museum has one of them in Seattle in their building. But I used to run around that equipment as a kid. I love the noise, the clicking, the clacking, the computer sounds, everything of it about it. So, you know, I grew up with this father who is still alive. He's 77, I think, 76. And he taught me all this stuff. And today he has like 100 ham radios in his room, 5 televisions with weather stations tracking flights and weather all day long. You know, just nerdy stuff. And they're all tube preamp or tube amp radios out of B-2 bombers and planes and some helicopters and different stuff that he has. And I keep telling him, Dad, do YouTube with me. And he does not want to do it, but I'm going to get him to do it. I'm going to get him to do it because he has so much knowledge and information, and people will watch him because he's old and cranky, but he knows how to fix things, and he knows a lot about a lot. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it wasn't too long, but you know, it's just something to play in the background. Appreciate you guys. You know, subscribe to me. I do video essays too. I did one on Dell computers, and it didn't get a lot of views because I probably did it wrong in YouTube. I probably have to re-upload it because before I knew what I was doing, I didn't do all the tags and stuff right. But go watch it. Anyway, bye.